Greetings, YouTube. There's a lot of random facts about me that not only may you probably not care about, but may not even get. But when I was growing up, I was like 11, 12. The number one show in America, by far, was a game show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And that's where I, for the first time, thought one of my childhood heroes, and again, some people might roll their eyes at this and say, well, that makes sense. But to me, he is a legend and always will be, was the man, the myth, the legend, Regis Philbin. And on the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which was the number one show by far in the world for several weeks, months, maybe even years, who knows, when the main contestant was stuck, he could ask the audience for help. And the audience would help. I have incorporated this into my live streams this week with poll questions, getting your votes against champions from the same class to rank them in order of the top 10. And of course, nothing's ever 100%. But if a champion gets 50% of the vote and the second place champion gets 32% of the vote, then 18% is dang good data for me to rank. Well, thanks to Act 7 Exploration, which I never want to think about again as long as I live, I not only have a lot of rank up materials, but I have another incredibly valuable item. And that is not one, but two 6-star generic awakening gems. Now, normally, I would just hold on to this and this video wouldn't exist. Normally, I would just wait until I absolutely needed it, or maybe I just wanted to immediately use it on someone like Hercules, so that's also the reason why this thing still exists in my inventory and has existed since the trade-in event to trade in your awakening gems. With that being said, not only am I maxed out of the 125 max +1 SIG stones that I can hold for 6-star generics, and look at all these potions I didn't use in Act 7, but I have, expiring in about 10 days, a little less than that, 75 +1 6-star generics as well, which means if I used this awakening gem, I could take a 6-star straight from rank 1 to rank 200 or SIG 200. That's incredible. And to follow the lead of my man Captain Bay, for science, I still don't have this guy awakened, and of course if I don't have him awakened, he's at SIG N/A. But I don't use him! However, I've been told he also has a really good synergy with Hercules, and that it's really great to have him at SIG 200 ranked up in case you need him. And I say to that, cool. So, I could awaken him, but not put 6 stones into him. Or do you think this guy would be a better investment? Do you think he actually is the better science champion to use? I use both of them the same right now, which is saying I don't use them. Now, when it comes to 6 stones, the two champions that I do use, but don't have a very high SIG of, one of which I actually do have a high SIG of, but not yet 200. I could put 60 more 6 stones in Diablo and max SIG him and take him to SIG 200. Would that be worth it? Or should I just be content with SIG 140 right now and keep slowly putting SIGs into it? By the way, it's very coincidental that he's at a SIG that's a multiple of 20, because I put a ton of especially mystic 6 stones into him. So that's that. But besides that, if you missed my last video where I finally had the wallet breaker achievement pop up, my newest rank 3 is Colossus, who's at a measly SIG 22. And some of you have told me, Prof, you need to put all the 6 stones into Colossus since you used him with Omega Red, and he benefits really the best from SIG 200. Then other people have said something like, no, really, he's just like SIG 70, and then it's diminished returns. I don't know what to believe. I just know in the spirit of Regis Philbin, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, late 1990s, early 2000s, I am asking the audience. Because I have less than 10 days before those expire, and you better believe I'm not going to allow one of the most valuable and expensive items in the game to expire in my inventory overflow. So, that is my dilemma, YouTube. That is, dare I say, my first world problem. So, thank you for humoring me with the Regis Philbin story. Thank you for allowing me a chance to explain a little bit of my childhood and now my 34-year-old adulthood. It is worth noting in very important ways, very, very important ways, that Act 7 exploration gives you some fantastic rewards. But yes, it will cost you, and you should not take any of the fights lightly. And even if you're way better than me at the game, it's still going to take you hours to complete it. So plan accordingly. It took my account about a month to do half of it. But I also stalled. You know how it is. Good news is you don't have to complete or explore Act 6 to get the rewards for completing or exploring Act 7. They're two different acts. And when I found that out, all the motivation in the world to get the content cleared. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.